Welcome back to this class. So look at this question here. It says the length of a rectangle is 2 less than 3 times its width. If the area of the rectangle is 96 centimeters square, what is the length of the rectangle? So let's solve this together now. So we are going to find the length of the rectangle. So the first thing is the area of the rectangle. You know, we have our parameters. We have area, we have length, we have breadth, which is same as width. So it means that what? Let's begin from the area. So we have the area of the rectangle. The area of the rectangle. And what is the formula for the area of the rectangle? So that is length times breadth. So now let's practice question. It says the length of a rectangle is 2 less than 3 times its width. So this for us to get the value for the length, we need to first find the value for the width. Don't forget the width here is same as the breadth. So now what is our width? We're not giving the width. So we can represent the width with W. So now let's go back to the question now. Since our width now is W, so let's go back to the question to find the value for our length. Now, length. So let's read. It says the length of a rectangle is 2 less than 3 times its width. It says 3 times its width. What's our width? W. So 3 times W, that's what? 3W. The question now says it's 2 less than 3 times its width. 3 times is 3W. So 2 less than W is going to be what? Minus 2. So when we use less than in one problem, it implies the negative sign. So now let's continue. So we have our parameters now. So coming back to this place here, we have area of rectangle. Area of rectangle to be, what's our length? Our length is 3W minus 2 times, then we have our bracket. We have our bracket, breadth, which is written as the width, W. Now, look at the question. Let's go back to the question. The question says, if the area of the rectangle is 96 centimeters square. So instead of writing this, we could write 96. So we have 96 centimeters squared equals 3W minus 2W. So we use this W to open this bracket. We multiply. So we have 96 centimeters squared equals 3 times W, we have 3W squared minus 2 times W, we have 2W. Now looking at this now, this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation because the highest power of the unknown, which is W, is squared, and that is a quadratic equation. So before we continue, I would like you to, please kindly able to hit the like button, share this to your friends, and as well to, do well to hit the follow button and follow me. So now let's continue from this. It's a quadratic equation. So we can equally, neglect this centimeter square for now. So we'll bring this to this other side. So we're going to have 3W squared minus 2W minus, whenever this invisible addition sign is crossing this bridge, it will change to negative, which is minus. So we have 96 equals 0. So now, using factorization method, 96 times 3 minus 96 times 3 will give us minus 288. So we look for two numbers that will multiply together, that will give us minus 288. And at the same time as well too, we add and subtract that minus, it must give us minus 2. And what is that? That is 16 and minus 18. So we have 3W squared plus 16W minus 18W minus 96 equals 0. So we put our bracket. Then what's common in the both? W is common. So we have 3 plus 3W here, a W is still remaining. Plus we have 16. Then what's common in the both? 6 is common. So we have minus 6. This we have 3W. Minus times minus, we have our plus. Then 6 divided by this, that's what? 16 equals 0. So these numbers are the same. So just take out this. So W minus 6, then we take 3W plus 16 equals 0. So now looking at this now. We have, when we equate this to 0, this is going to give us a negative. It's going to give us a negative. So what do we do? We neglect this side and let's focus on this side. Why are we neglecting this side? Because when we equate this to 0, we are going to have a fraction and it's going to be negative. And we cannot afford to have a negative number here as our W. So it means that what we neglect this side and we focus on this side. So it means that what W minus 6 equals 0. Then what? W equals 6. So since our W is equal to 6, don't forget what's our W? Our W is what is our width. And now we have our width to be 6. Then let's find what we are trying to find. What are we told to find? Is that what is the length? And don't forget that our length is what? 3W minus 2. So equals to, so what's our W now? 6. So 3 times 6 we have 18 minus 2. So 18 minus 2 we have what? 16 centimeters. So thank you very much for watching.